What if I told you that one of the world's biggest pop stars nearly lost it all? That his meteoric rise to fame came with a price so heavy it almost destroyed him? This is the untold story of Robbie Williams, a man who fought through rejection, addiction, and self-destruction to become a legend. But at what cost? The new film, Better Man, dives deep into the emotional and chaotic life of this British superstar. But does it truly capture his struggle? Does it do justice to the man behind the fame? Stay tuned, because we're about to break down every powerful moment of this film, uncovering the highs, the heartbreaks, and the untold secrets behind Robbie Williams' journey. Directed by Michael Gracey, the visionary behind The Greatest Showman, Better Man is not your typical biopic. It blends real-life drama with larger-than-life storytelling, taking us through the roller coaster ride of Robbie's life, from his humble beginnings to the madness of superstardom. But what makes this film stand out is its raw emotional depth. It's not just about music. It's about identity, loss, and redemption. So, let's dive into the story, starting with where it all began. The film opens with a voice. I'm Robbie Williams, or at least that's what they call me now. Right from the start, we know this is not just a story about fame. It's about a boy who lost himself in the process. We're taken back to 1982. Robbie is just a kid from Stoke-on-Trent, a dreamer with no real direction, constantly being told he's not good enough. But in his lowest moments, there's one person who lifts him up, his grandmother. She tells him, "Your heart matters more than anything, Robbie. Be who you are, and the world will follow." These words stick with him for life. His first performance? A disaster. He falls, he stumbles. But here's where we see the real Robbie Williams emerge. He turns failure into entertainment, making the audience laugh. And in that moment, he realizes his greatest gift, improvisation. Fast forward a few years, Robbie lands a spot in the boy band Take That. And just like that, his life changes overnight. Take That becomes a global sensation, but there's a problem. Robbie is just a kid, trapped in an industry that controls his every move. The money is low, the pressure is high, and worst of all, he has no creative control. He wants to push boundaries, but his manager tells him to stay in his lane. This is where we see the cracks begin to form. Robbie starts rebelling, partying, drinking. He's on top of the world, yet completely alone. And then, the breaking point comes. In 1995, Robbie quits Take That. Some call it career suicide. But he's ready to go solo. What he's not ready for is the darkness that follows. Drugs, alcohol, isolation. Robbie spirals out of control. He pushes away his closest friends. His relationships fall apart. The fame that once felt like a dream is now a nightmare. His father, once distant, finally steps in. "Robbie, you've got everything you ever wanted, but you're losing yourself in the process." But Robbie isn't ready to listen. But here's where the story changes. Robbie hits rock bottom, and something inside him shifts. He checks into rehab. He starts writing again. And in 1997, he releases Angels, a song that defines his comeback. The song becomes a global anthem. Robbie Williams is back, but this time on his own terms. So, does Better Man capture the real Robbie Williams? Absolutely. It's raw, emotional, and most importantly, honest. It doesn't just show the highs, it shows the pain, the struggle, the moments where it all nearly fell apart. If you're a fan of music biopics, this is a must-watch. And if you're new to Robbie Williams' story, Better Man will leave you inspired. What do you think? Was Robbie Williams' journey worth it? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more ReelRipple reviews.